well. You got to love it when people are tuning in from around the world. It is my privilege and pleasure to be introducing this opportunity to you here this evening. I want to start off by giving everybody a little bit of my personal background and just share a little bit of my story and what led me to World Global Network and what I saw when I first looked at this opportunity. So first, a little bit about me. I've been married for 19 years. Summer was going to be joining me tonight, and unfortunately, our house, everybody has come down with a cold. I'm just coming off of it, and everybody else, so I've got kids laid up everywhere sick right now. So she couldn't be here tonight. But a little bit about us. I've been married 19 years. We have 6 kids, so we've got a big family. It's impossible that you probably won't hear at least one of them at some point in this presentation, but that's the beauty of doing business from home. We love entrepreneurship. I believe that entrepreneurship is the new retirement plan. I believe that everybody should have some type of side business or side gig or side hustle or something going on that's building their future. And the reason why I say that is because times have changed. Times have changed. If you think about it, the idea of going to work, going to school, getting an education, getting a job, and hunkering down for the next 40 years, and then retiring with a pension is long gone. So I believe that everyone needs to be focused on building something that can sustain them into their retirement years, so to speak, allowing them to be able to declare their financial freedom day, the day that you no longer have to trade time for dollars. You can do the things that you want to do rather than the things that you have to do. So my wife and I have owned a number of different traditional businesses. We used to own health clubs. We sold those, and then we got involved in a lead generation business that produced leads primarily for the mortgage industry. And although we were quote unquote successful, the challenge for me was I never had any time. I left, early in the morning when my kids were still asleep, and I came home when they were just going to bed at night. And I had 3 young children at the time. And I had a lot of stress. I had a lot of overhead. Anybody have a lot of stress out there? Raise your hand or give me a high five if you are in a high stress environment with work, or if you've got a little bit of stress in your life. Had a lot of stress, meeting all of the overhead and all of the bills associated with a traditional business and payroll over every 2 weeks. As my business grew, so did that pressure. And I found myself in a position where I just wasn't happy. I was introduced to network marketing back in 2005, and I was invited to look at this opportunity. And I have to tell you, I was a little skeptical, had a lot of preconceived notions about this industry, but I also believe in residual income, and I believe in multiple streams of income. And so I decided to take a closer look, right? The height of all stupidity is forming an opinion without knowing all the facts. And so I looked, and what I found was not at all what I perceived. What I found was a great way to start generating an additional revenue stream on the side. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. So I jumped in. I kind of dabbled at first, like most people do, made a little bit of money the first year, nothing to, I wasn't breaking any records, but it was extra income for our family. And what that income did for us is it gave me something that I don't think that you can put a price tag on, which is it gave me peace of mind, right? Peace of mind. That's what I'm after more than anything in the world. Just the ability to go to bed at night and not necessarily have to worry about how I'm going to make that mortgage payment, or how I'm going to make that car payment, or, how I'm going to pay my dance recital fees, or all of the other fees that my kids have. So those were the things that's what it did for me. The second year, it started to grow a little bit more. And here's what happened. I had an aha moment because I was still going to work. I was still going to my business every day. I had about 50 employees and all of the stress and overhead. And one day I just remember I got a check from my network marketing business. It was a residual check, just came every single month. And that check kept getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And I remember opening it, and I remember looking at it and thinking, okay, so I didn't really even pay any attention to this business. I didn't have to write anybody a check. I didn't have to pay anybody's payroll. I have to worry about that. And yet over here, I've got all the stress and pressure. And I realized at that point the power of leverage, right? The power of being able to generate a little bit of money off of a lot of people that are doing just a little bit. And so I started to pay a little bit more attention to my network marketing business. And then the mortgage industry crashed. In 2008, the economy collapsed. Anybody remember that? Anybody go through I'm sure you all went through it, but we lost everything. My wife and I, we lost everything. We'd never been in this position before. We lost our home. We had cars repossessed. It was a very humbling experience, especially up to that point, because everything we had done had been pretty successful. And I share this with you because I believe that sometimes we go through those challenges in life to push us down a different path to exactly where we're supposed to be. Did anybody else kind of ever go through that before, where at the time you're going through the fire? Maybe you're going through that fire right now, but the obstacle sometimes is the way. And that's so hard to embrace when you're going through it, right? I mean, for me, I couldn't put food on the table. Like, I remember distinctly having to call my father. Now, I'm a proud husband, father. I'm 30 years old at the time. And I remember distinctly having to call my dad and ask him if he would order a pizza from Arizona and send it to me in Salt Lake City, Utah, so that I could feed my family one night. That's how bad things were. We went to bed one night, my gas got shut off, and 3 young children in the house, and it was freezing in the middle of winter in Utah, and we had no gas, so no heat, and we had to get all the babies into bed and keep them warm in bed at night. That's literally where we were. And I share that because I just want to be real. Like, that's truly where I was. And the only thing that we had was this little income coming in from this network marketing business. And it was just enough for us to be able to put food on the table. So we decided that's what we were going to focus on. That's all we had. So Summer and I went to work over the next year. We worked hard, and it wasn't easy. Had to take some side gigs, side jobs just to bring money in while I was doing this. But we were able to eventually replace our income that we had with that traditional business. Took a little over a year, but my quality of life totally changed, because now I was making the same kind of money that I was making before, which was good money, but now I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have employees. I didn't have overhead. I didn't have stress and pressure. I'd wake up in the morning when I was done sleeping. Do you know how good that feels, Greg? Do you know how good it feels? You've probably been doing it. I'm sure a few of us have been doing it over the holidays, right? I'm guilty of it. You just wake up when you're done sleeping. You don't wake up to an alarm clock. Nobody is telling you where you have to be. I'd walk my kids. They were getting to the age of kindergarten. I remember walking them down the street in the morning and waiting for the bus with them. I was there when they got home from school. We started traveling together as a family. And as I would travel and share the plan, I would take my family with me. And so we started creating these amazing life experiences that I didn't ever have the opportunity to do before. And my relationship blossomed with my children. My relationship blossomed with my wife. That was almost 11 years ago. And I can tell you that losing everything was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, because it introduced me to network marketing. And I firmly believe today that network marketing is the very best vehicle to be able to take control of your financial future. If you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, there is no better way to start a business today than network marketing. And I firmly believe that there's no better opportunity than World Global Network, the opportunity that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So enough about me. I'm going to jump into our presentation tonight. A friend of mine shared this with me in January of 2017, earlier this year. And I have to tell you that at that time, I really wasn't looking for a new network marketing business. We were focused on some other things, and he called and he asked me, he says, "Travis, are you open right now?" And I've learned, whenever somebody asks you if you're open, I always just say, "Look, I'm open. I'm not necessarily looking," right? I respected the person. If you respect the person that's sharing it with you, and so I of course respected him enough that I was willing to take a look at a 2-minute video. And I have to tell you, that 2-minute video completely changed my life. I mean, I initially watched the video, and at first I thought, wow, this is an amazing product. Because at that point, I'd been in network marketing for a while, and my feeling was that network marketing had kind of grown stagnant a little bit. My feeling was that there were so many companies that were out there that were promoting the best weight loss product in the world, the best skincare product in the world, the best vitamins in the world. And some of them are great products, but it's like, how does every company in the world have the best weight loss product in the world? And I was kind of tired of that story. And so when this came along, it was something different. It was something fresh. It was something unique. It caught my attention. I immediately started thinking about people that I love and care about that need this product. And then as I started to research, I started to see the potential. And that's what I want to share with you tonight is just that process that I went through of evaluation. So before we get started, I'll share a little income disclosure with you.
Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.worldgn.com.
All right, so we'll get the disclosure out of the way. I love this disclosure, by the way. I believe that we're setting an example for the industry, and an industry that sometimes over-exaggerates or overhypes certain things, and I believe that it's important to set realistic expectations. I also like this because it says right there that there's nobody that's guaranteeing you an income here, and that's a good thing. I know that might think, what do you mean that's a good thing? It's a good thing because nobody's saying that you're worth $8 an hour or $10 an hour or $12 an hour. There's nobody here saying when you're going to get a raise. You are paid based on the value that you bring to the table. The sky is the limit. Another way for me to put that is picture I'm standing here with an open checkbook ready to write you a check, and you're going to come to me and you're going to determine what you want that check to look like in 2018. And it's all based on you and your contributions and how hard you want to work. And I love that. I love, we are moving from more into a performance-based economy. And, most positions that are out there today have some type of a performance attached to them. And that's just the way that the world is moving today. I love the fact that there is no ceiling here. I mean, there's people in this company that earned over $12 million last year. And you know what? If they can do it, I know I can do it too. And I know Greg can do it too. So that's something that really excites me. So let's jump right in. I want to give you a little bit of history of World Global Network. So here's a snapshot of the company. We're a 5-year-old company. Although even though the company's been around for 5 years, we really are, in my opinion, a 2-year company because 2 years ago, we changed directions as a company. We launched the publicly traded arm of the company. The company vision is to be the largest network marketing technology-based company in the world. We're currently in 195 countries with 15 offices worldwide. In the last couple of years, get this, we've done close to $250 million in sales. We have a AAA rating by Business for Home. We ranked in the top 100 most successful, reliable network marketing companies in the world today. We had one of the top 5 most visited websites in the world in network marketing in 2016. So what does that tell you? People are obviously searching for this product. They've also been voted, or we were voted as the #1 product in the network marketing industry. I mean, that's a big deal. Talk a little bit more about that. We've been featured on Fox News, CBS, and the Today Show, and we're partnered with a company called Toshiba, which gives us a huge technology advantage. Now, listen, I've learned long ago that if you want to make a lot of money, just figure out where people are going and try to get there faster. And what's cool is we know where people are going right now. If you look at just the worldwide shipments of wearable devices, we're talking about 8 million devices shipped just back a few years ago, 2013. And then as you progress to 2016, 111 million devices. And now if you look at the global forecast over the course of the next few years, we're talking about growing from 120 million to 411 million devices sold, which is incredible. We're talking about an industry that's projected to go from 11 billion to 34 billion just in the next 3 years. And I recently read an article that projected that the mobile health category, which we are pioneering, is projected to grow as much as $600 billion over the next 7 years. Now, let me put this into perspective. There's a couple of things, if you understand the wearable device industry, there's a couple of different categories. So category #1 is mobile communication. So Apple Watch, right? The main focus of Apple Watch is to do what? To keep you connected. You make phone calls, you can check your emails. Certainly you have access to an app store, and there's different apps that are in there. Some are health related, but that's not Apple's primary focus. And then you have the fitness bands, which have been quite popular over the last few years. We're talking about Fitbit and Samsung Gear and these type of devices. I mean, Fitbit sold 20 million devices just last year. That's twice as many as Apple sold of Apple Watches. And now you have this new category called mobile health. And it's really the next generation, because what it's doing is you talk about fitness devices that are tracking your steps and your calories and your sleep. But what mobile health does, mobile health is designed to analyze data in your body, important information that you have that allows you to be able to make choices that are going to improve the quality of your life. And that's the category that we're pioneering. And that's the category that's projected to grow to $600 billion. And here's the best part. We're the #1 product story in that space. Take a look at our Helo.
Introducing Helo, the world's first lifestyle oracle, a wearable wellness and health monitoring device unlike any other on the planet. Hilo can monitor your most important vital signs and alert you if some of them are out of their normal range, helping you understand, manage, and control your lifestyle and well-being. Hilo can even sense your emotions. It understands whether you are excited or fatigued, or even if you just need a break. Not only does Hilo monitor your important measurements, but it also produces a daily, weekly, or even monthly report that you can provide to your trainer or physician. Once you pair your Hilo with a smartphone application, you can track the most important vital signs and well-being of yourself and your loved ones. Unlike most devices on the market, Hilo performs the measurements in real time while you are doing your daily activities, walking, running, and even sleeping. This sophisticated technology, developed with an eye toward artificial intelligence, allows Hilo to learn about you day by day, constantly improving in accuracy and performance. Hilo can guide you to better behaviors and lead you to healthy habits. Now you can go about your day with total peace of mind, and that is a priceless feature. Also, you can easily download a wide range of other features through the Hilo App Store. Thanks to the powerful Open API 2.0, the exclusive Hilo App Store allows developers to create and publish their own apps and plugins, further increasing the potential of the Hilo and its functions. Developers have already created apps to monitor measurements not found on the basic Hilo app, such as blood pressure and EKG. And this is just a sneak peek. The potential of the Hilo is unlimited. Finally, don't forget the benefits of the 99.9% pure germanium stones. Their germanium stones fit snugly against your skin on the inside of the Hilo wristband and may provide a number of wellness benefits. All these fantastic features led to Hilo being voted the best direct selling product of 2017. Now that you've seen the power of this revolutionary product, we're convinced you're ready to order a Hilo for you and for each of your family members. Even better, you can be a main actor in this business by entering our customer referral program and taking advantage of this pioneering phase. You can develop a completely independent business, all by bringing health and wellness to thousands of people. Many others have already joined our movement. What are you waiting for? This is your time to become a world changer.
I love the name World Changer. You know, when I watched this 2-minute video for the first time, a couple thoughts went through my mind. The first thought was, this is a product that I would definitely use. I'm 41 years old. I finally have reached an age where I realize that I'm not invincible. And so I'm starting to pay attention to things like blood pressure. But then I started to think about people that I love and care about in my life. And, you know, I thought about my mom. I lost my mom 1.5 years ago to a heart attack, and it was sudden and it was devastating. And I know that there's probably people that are on here that have lost a loved one to heart disease. It's the #1 killer in the United States. And I realized that this product has the ability to be able to make a significant difference. And I also thought about people like my father, who is still here with me, and I wanted him wearing this device. I want people that I love and care about wearing this device. And that's kind of went through my mind, and that's what makes this so special. I'm going to give you an example. So out of those of you that are on this presentation tonight, if you watched this 2-minute video and then you thought about someone that you love and care about that would benefit from this device, drop a 1 in the comments section for me, if you wouldn't mind. The first time that you watch this video, if someone came to mind that you thought would benefit from this product, just drop a 1 in the comments section. The reason why I say that's because that's what makes this so special. You know, when you have an opportunity, or a product, I should say, that when you share a 2-minute video and it evokes a positive emotional experience to the point where someone immediately thinks of someone that they love and care about, that's what makes this so special and so viral, and why it grows so quickly. Of course, you know, the open API is a really cool feature. You know, we talk about this mobile health category, and the sky is the limit as far as what is possible with this particular device, because now you have app developers that have an open API source that they can come in and they can piggyback on this technology, these chip sensors that are you know, revolutionary, and start creating all kinds of different apps. You know, some of the apps that we are anticipating in the coming year, one of which is blood sugar. It's one of the most talked about apps that we have. It's not available yet. But imagine having a device that literally you can push a button on your phone, and in real time it will read your blood sugar. Now, this isn't technology that's too far off in the future. In fact, this is technology that's almost done and getting ready to be introduced. We have it's patent pending, and we have the exclusivity on it. Alcohol monitoring. Imagine being able to have a couple of drinks and being able to look at your phone and in real time know what your blood alcohol levels are, or your blood oxygen levels, or ovulation, or the sky's the limit. What about acidity and alkalinity, or hydration? See, again, we're talking about the next evolution, and over the coming years ahead, that's where this mobile health category is going, and we have the pioneer. We are the pioneers, and remember, it's the pioneers they write about in the history books. So that's what I'm most excited about. Of course, we have multicolored bands. I've got the black band that's on tonight. I should be wearing the blue one to match my blue jacket, but we've got the multicolored bands that you have that are available. You heard about the germanium stones. The germanium stones go on the inside of the band. They're a natural antioxidant that increases your blood circulation. Fantastic for people with aches and pain. We actually did a little study on this where we were able to look at the blood flow of a normal blood flow, and then we put the Hilo on with the germanium stones, and 13 minutes later, there was an 89% increase in blood circulation. So for those that have low blood circulation, or again, so many people that have come to me talking about the aches and pains that they previously had, that they've really enjoyed the benefits of the germanium stones inside of the Hilo. And then, of course, the people that are in our organization, the testimonials that are coming, we're not allowed to say that this is going to save your life, or those type of things. We're not allowed to make medical claims. But what I will tell you is this: the testimonials that have been coming back have been pretty outstanding. Almost daily now, I'm hearing of somebody in the organization who caught something that they didn't know was going on inside their body. Whether it was high blood pressure, somebody runs an EKG. You can actually run an EKG on this, believe it or not. And it came back abnormal, and they end up at the hospital and end up in heart surgery with blocked arteries, and they didn't know about it. So, we're making a big difference, and that's incredible. I had a lady I was on the phone with the other day who, she says, Travis, I have a husband who had a stroke, and since that time, it's been very difficult to get his blood pressure under control. And she said, for me, being able to remotely monitor him is a godsend. Like, being able to know that if I were to go to the store and if his parameters were to change and it will just notify me, gives me peace of mind. And again, what's peace of mind worth? If you look at the comparison chart, there's just nobody else out there in the industry that's doing anything like what we're doing. And from a price comparison, we are competitively priced in the marketplace, but we take things to an entirely different level. And of course, again, Fox News and CBS and, Carson Daly was talking about it on Today's Show. We were introduced at the Consumer Electronics Show this last year in January 2017. That's when it was first demoed here in the United States. And it first started shipping in March in the United States. So that's talking about how new this really is. And the reason why it was introduced at the CES event is because of Toshiba, right? Toshiba, 100-year-old, $55 billion company. They approached us back in the summer of last year and said, we want to buy this technology. And we said, well, listen, it's not for sale. So at that point, they kicked off a 90-day evaluation process that they looked at the accuracy, the efficacy, the efficiency, the legitimacy of this product. And then they came back and they said, look, we want to partner with you. And so at that point, we formed this historic partnership. And I say historic because the network marketing industry has never seen a company of this magnitude come to the direct selling space before. And that gives us huge credibility. Companies like Toshiba don't just get involved with anybody or everybody. And because of that, and because of this technology, we're attracting people here, and I say this respectfully because I love the industry, but just people that would have never been interested in your traditional lotions or potions or pills companies. It's technology. And because it's technology, and technology runs and rules the world, people are opening their eyes to this opportunity. Again, we've got amazing products all the way around. Biozen is another product that is close to, it's near and dear to my heart. I think that everybody that's watching this presentation and everybody really in the world needs this product today. It's now been proven that every electrical device, smartphone, tablet, laptop, desktop, computer, routers, power supplies, they emit electrosmog, also referred to as EMFs, electronic magnetic frequencies, that is damaging to our DNA. The World Health Organization came out this year and has now said that it is directly linked to cancer. Think about that. They now have to legally, in your phone, in the disclosures, in the disclaimers, if you go search into your phone, you will find that it says that you have to keep your phone at least 4 millimeters away from your face. Why? Because it's emitting harmful EMFs. and we go to bed at night with these phones near us. Our children are on these phones all day long. The average millennial spends 7.5 hours on a cell phone, and if you add in multitasking, it's 9 hours per day. Our children as little as 3-4 years old are on iPads playing educational games. It's part of our society, and so we feel good about the fact that our family is protected. What we have is these little chips that go in a sticker that you can put on the back of all of these electrical devices that reverses the damaging effects that are coming off of these devices. You know, for me, when I evaluated this opportunity, one of the things that I wanted to see was that there were indications that there were things happening here, that the company was on the move, that it was well received. And what I found was a lot of accolades. You know, a company that has a AAA rating by Business for Home, voted as, you know, an ambassador to network marketing for 2016, one of the top direct selling companies, 100 companies for the last couple of years, most solid 100, you know, top 100 MLM companies in the world today. And again, voted as having the #1 product in the world. To put this into perspective, there's thousands of direct sales companies, which means there's hundreds of thousands of products. And we were voted as having the #1 product in the world. Just think about that for a moment. And then, of course, there's no bigger indicator than what's happening with the stock. You know, the stock opened up at 26 cents a share. It's been as high as $20 a share throughout the year. Stocks fluctuated, came back down at the end of the year because people are taking, you know, people always take profits at the end of the year, and now it's slowly starting to go back up again. And then, of course, we've got some huge things in store coming in 2018. So as a shareholder personally, I love the fact that I can be involved and earn money now, but I can also be involved as a shareholder, and I can start building a long-term future for my family by participating in the growth of the company. I also love the fact that we are a publicly traded company because I love transparency. You can't really exaggerate the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. And so we've had some great growth in our stock here over the last year and a half. If you take a look at what's happening, I share this slide because I want to just give you a small taste of the impact that we have had on this industry, in the wearable device industry. So in the first and second quarter of this year, just the first and second quarter. Now, mind you, we didn't start shipping the Hilo LX until March. We started pre-selling it in January, but it didn't start shipping until March. Just the first and second quarter of this year, we've already become the #4 most sold wearable device in the world. We've already captured 5% of all of the sales in the world in the wearable device industry after just the first 2 quarters of this year. As we didn't even have our customer service department open yet. We didn't even have our logistics ready. We didn't even have our merchanting up and running yet. We were just soft launching the company. That's all we've been doing. In fact, we just had our grand opening October 23rd. We're talking like 8 weeks ago. That was the first company-sponsored event, and we had over 5,000 people there. So if you're thinking that it's a little bit too late or maybe I missed it, no. You are here right at the beginning as we are just launching this company. And that is what creates a tremendous opportunity. I learned long ago that if you can position yourself in the beginning stages with a company that has all of the signs of becoming one of the next giants in the industry, there's a tremendous amount of money that can be made, especially when you're open in 195 countries. You know, Warren Buffett said it best. He said, look, if you cannot figure out how to make money when you sleep, you will work until the day that you die. I love that we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When I go to bed at night, I have people that are waking up on the other side of the world that are putting on their Hilo. They're going out and wearing it, going to work, sharing it with their friends, asking people if they've heard of the Hilo. If they say no, they share the 2-minute video with them. And anytime that an order is placed around the world, I get paid. I get paid. That is how you create true residual income in your life. And again, residual income is the key to being able to own your own lifestyle. Now, I believe that the best predictor of future performance is past performance. I want to introduce you to the owner of the company. His name is Fabio Galdi. This is a guy that's no stranger to the technology world. He's very well known, very successful in this space. He introduced one of the largest ISP internet providers in the world. He started a company called Mechatech that did very well over in Asia. They went public, introduced one of the world's first touchscreen LCD computers to the market. He developed one of the first successful voice over IP platforms. And I'll tell you that it wouldn't be a surprise if he ends up winning a Nobel Peace Prize for the work that he's now doing with this Hilo because of how it is going to change and disrupt not just the network marketing industry, but we're talking about the medical industry. We're talking about the technology industry at the exact same time. People are just winning here. I don't know how else to say it. People are winning here at a different level than I've seen before. You know, that event that I attended, I had to remind myself that it was the very first event that we had in North America because I literally watched close to 1,000 people walk across that stage, and a large majority of them were presented with meat checks. I mean, checks that were anywhere from 10,000 to 40,000 to 75,000 to 175,000. I mean, people that were even in the millions. And I looked at that, and as I was watching these people walk across the stage, I thought, this is something that you would normally see at a company that's 10 years, maybe 15 years old. But to know that that was our first event was just mind-boggling to me. I mean, I have friends that are here, good friends of mine, that have earned millions of dollars this year. Not one, not two, not three, but four good friends that earned over $1 million this year. Nat and Shanita, who are pictured here, they were in my first company 12 years ago. First company I was ever in. They earned over $12 million this year. I think it was like estimated earnings, $14 million a year. Chad and Natita Chong, they were the #1 earners here in North America. They earned over $6 million this year. You've got Ramasio Fulcher, over $3 million this year. My personal sponsor and mentor, Mike Sims, over $1 million this year. And if they can do it, I can do it too. The only thing that they've got is just a little bit more time on me. That's it. They're fantastic leaders, but the point is if we can do it and they can do it, you can too. And that's what I love about this particular opportunity is there's not just one person that's making the money here. There's a lot of people making money. People that I've watched go from one company to the next that were struggling in previous opportunities, they're winning here at a different level. Why? Because there's a convergence of forces coming together that creates a rare opportunity in the network marketing industry. Sometimes you get companies that might have a cool product, but they're lacking in ownership, or they don't have funding, or they're not open internationally. But when you put all of this together, it creates a very small window of opportunity. And the windows of opportunity in this industry, they don't open very often, and they don't stay open very long. But when they're open, incredible things can happen. And right now, we've just gone through that initial pre-launch phase, and we're moving now into our launch momentum phase over the course of the next 12 to 18 months. And I can tell you, you are going to see this company accelerate at such a pace that regardless of whether or not you choose to get involved, 1 year from now, I promise you, you are going to hear about the Hilo all over the place. And the only thing that you're going to have to ask yourself is, or say to yourself is, look, I had an opportunity to be involved when they were just launching it, and I chose to take action. Or you can say, you know what, I chose not to get involved with that, but now I see it everywhere. It's coming either way. So let's talk a little bit about the opportunity. So there's a couple of different ways that you can get involved. So first of all, we have our customers. Our customers can either buy a single Hilo, they're $199, or they can take advantage of our bundles with savings. And we've got some different bundles that are available. Probably for the customers, the most popular is our personal bundle. It's a single Hilo. You get the multicolored band pack. You get the free germanium stones. It's $349. You get $180 of free product. Great place to start. For the people, our members, our business partners, people that want to make money here, we've got a couple of different options for you. The family bundle is by far the most popular. About 80% of the people start there. You get 4 Hilos, 4 the bands kits, and you get 4 the germanium kits as well. So you're getting about $700 of free product there. This is a real popular place to start. The reason why is most people have a husband, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa that they want wearing these devices. It just makes sense. And even if you don't, put one on your wrist, go sell the other 3 and get a large majority of your initial investment back. And then for those of you that are really serious about this and you're looking at this as a business, right? I mean, people ask me all the time, Travis, how did you and Summer hit a rank called Grand President in 6 months? Minimum a qualified Grand President earns is $30,000 per week in earnings. The answer to that question is that we treat this like a business. I don't treat this like a hobby. From the very beginning, the decision to come into the business was a decision to come in on a premium pack. Why? Because I wanted my mentors to know that I was serious. Because I wanted to set myself up for success. I knew I needed the product and inventory. And I knew that whatever I do duplicates. Whatever I do duplicates. Because people are going to always ask you, what did you do? What did you do? And I firmly believe a premium pack by far is giving somebody the most chance of success because they're giving them enough product inventory to be able to run and operate your business. And so I chose the premium pack. And then, of course, we have the BioZens. And no matter which pack that you choose, make sure that you talk to whoever shared this opportunity with you about the add-on for the BioZen, because you've got to get protected in your home. And so we've got different add-on options for the BioZen as well. Or if you love that story, you can even get started with one of our BioZen packs. So once you place your order, the next step is to go find 2 people. Now, I'm going to show you, just to give you an example, that you don't have to look very far to find these 2 people. So I want you to, if you don't mind, say aye if you know someone that's going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer asking for financial solutions in the chat box below. Just say I. If you know someone, or show me a prayer sign. Give me the prayer emoji. If you know someone that's going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer asking for financial solutions. The truth is that we all know them. We all know people that are struggling. I've been asking this question a lot today. The question is did you get everything that you wanted? Did you receive everything that you wanted personally, professionally, and financially out of 2017? And the answer that I've been getting is no. And I think that is most people today. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. And if you think about that, if you have the ability to share an opportunity with them that even just put an extra $500 or $1,000 a month into their household, think of how big of a difference that could make for some of these people that are struggling right now. So our job is not to sell product or convince. Of course, we don't make money unless product, there's volume flowing, and for volume to flow, there has to be a sale that's made. But I'm not a product salesman. I don't have home parties and invite people to my house and sell candles or Tupperware, or, I don't have, I don't mix up banana flavored shakes and tell people a story. I don't have weight loss parties. It's not what I do. I share a 2-minute video. And then for those that watch the video, I ask them a couple of questions. Did you watch it? And they say yes. I says, what did you like best? And typically people find something they like best about the Hilo. And I just ask them, if there was a way for us to profit off of this product being introduced, would you want to know about it? And if they say yes, I just plug them into a presentation like this. That's literally all I do. I don't go door to door selling product. I don't garage tons of inventory and buy low and sell. That's not what I do. I share a 2-minute video. For those that want more information, I plug them into an overview, follow up, answer their questions. Make sure they have enough information to make a well-informed decision. I share that with you because I know that some of you, what's been keeping you maybe out of network marketing is the doubt of, could I be successful in this environment? Well, my question to you is this. Could you put together a list of some other sharp professionals like yourself? If the answer is yes, then great. Then the next thing is, could you text them a pre-written script that invites them to take a look at a 2-minute video? If the answer is yes, then the next question is, for those that want more information, could you plug them into a presentation like this that happens every night of the week? And if the answer is yes to that, could you then introduce them to someone like me to help answer those questions? And if you answered yes to those 4 questions, congratulations, you can build a massive business here, because that's literally all I do. So we're going to help you to go find 2 people. Now, once you do that, you're now qualified to earn 20% of the sales volume in your organization through Infinity. And that is a big deal. I've talked about those people in China, and, we've got thousands of people in 20 countries around the world. And every time somebody buys a Hilo or buys one of these BioZen stickers, or they download an app or sign up for our loyalty plan, guess what? I get paid. I get paid whether I'm on vacation with my family, whether I'm enjoying time. I remember just a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I, we went out over the weekend and we had some fun as a family. I didn't even think about work. And I came home on Sunday night. I logged into my back office, and we had earned a significant amount of money that weekend. And so I invited our children, my family, all of us around. We sat down and I said, hey guys, I want to show you something. And I says, how much did Dad work this weekend? I said, we didn't work at all. We were having fun. We did this, we went here, we went there. I said, that's right. And I said, okay, so I want you to see how much money that we earned this weekend. And I remember my daughter's eyes got real big, and she goes, how is that even possible? And I said, I want you to understand that this is what residual income looks like. That is what we're talking about here when we talk about earning 20% of the sales volume. And then, of course, once we get your 2, we're going to help them. We're going to teach those 2 people how to do the same thing. And then it just duplicates. We just teach people, go get 2, go get 2, go get 2. Now, some people go get more than that, and that's okay. But once you become a team developer, which is what you see here, you go get your 2 and help them get 2. You're qualified for all aspects of the compensation plan. Now, another question that comes up is, well, man, if I were to do this, if I were to do a family pack or a premium pack, how long would it take me to get my initial investment back? Well, of course, there's no guarantees, because we can't guarantee your work ethic or how much time you're going to put into this. But here's what I can tell you. If you were able to get this done within 30 days, what you see here, just going and getting 2 people with our help, sharing the 2-minute video, plugging them into the presentations every night, and then teach those 2 to go do the same thing that you just did, you'd earn close to about $850 within your first 4 weeks. So you'd earn a large majority of your initial investment back. Now, if you could do it within the first 7 days, what it would do is it would put you into a position where you would have already earned $1,500 in your first week in the business. Just think about that. You get involved, 7 days, you sponsor 2 people, help them get 2, you earn close to $1,500 in income, and you now have already received 100% of your initial investment back, and you just started a business. Because I've been in businesses I've invested in, years ago that I still haven't got my initial investment back. So to be able to get started and be able to recoup. Now, what if it took you 2 months instead of 1 month? But after that, now everything was profit. Would it be worth it? That's the power of this type of opportunity. Now, one of my favorite parts is the check matching component to our plan. And the way that it works is very simple. Everybody that you sponsor, no matter where they fall in your organization, is on generation one. They're your personals, okay? I have 125 personals that I sponsored this year. Whenever they get a check for their team volume commissions every week, whatever their check amount is, I get a 10% match of their check because I enrolled them into the business. But it doesn't stop there. If you start to progress, you see there's different ranks, silver, gold, platinum. As you progress, and all that means is sales volume for your entire organization increases. You start to rank advance, you get up to diamond. And now you pick up, you get to gold, you pick up a second generation. So I've got about 400 people on my second generation. So those 125 people, they went out and they shared the plan. And on average, it's about 2.8 or 2.9 people is about what my average is on that second level, okay? So now you go up to keep going, diamond, you pick up a third generation, right? So now you're talking not just the people you brought, the people they brought, but the people they brought. And you can do the math. Well, my wife and I are grand presidents. We're picking up 6 generations. That's thousands of people that we're generating 5 to 10% of their checks every single week. This is on top of the 20% team commissions and on top of the 10% commission that you receive anytime somebody buys something in your store. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, where does the residual come from? The residual comes from, number one, the loyalty memberships. Loyalty memberships, first of all, you do not have to be in a loyalty membership if you want to be a customer here. We've got 65% of our organization as customers that are happy just wearing the device, and we love customers. But for those that want to build the business, we recommend the loyalty membership. Why? Because there's a lot of perks. Number one, it allows you to do business 195 countries, website, back office. You get the ability to monitor 5 people on one account. You get a protection plan. You get 75 loyalty points per month that you can use to buy new products. A lot of our members are taking advantage of that right now. We just introduced a new phone called the Infolio that's only available to members. It's the only electro-smog-free phone in the world. And members are now using their loyalty points to get that phone for free. So there's a lot of perks, member perks of being a loyalty member. You also get an additional 1% paid to you. They actually set it aside into a money box. And as long as you've been a loyalty member for a year, they give you all of that money back. So my wife and I are coming up on our annual renewal date in February. We've got over $10,000 in our money box. So we'll get a check for $10,000 back to us. And then, of course, the best part, every single person in my organization that's on a loyalty membership, there's 30 in sales volume, which is equivalent to $6 that I get paid for those people that are in my organization. So you think about that from that perspective. Say you got 5,000 people in your organization, you're getting $6 from each one of them. You do the math. So you get an idea of the residual income. But not only that, but we're also talking about what about future apps that are introduced? So maybe glucose. Let's say glucose is $10 a month. Now, I don't know what the price is going to be. I do believe that there will be some type of a price attached to that app. People will gladly pay it. Why? Because diabetics are paying $80 to $90 a month right now for test strips. People are very interested in knowing what their blood sugar is. And so let's say that now I've got this network and this organization, and in that network, people are constantly downloading new apps. And one might be $3.99, one might be $4.99, one might be $9.99. That's triggering volume, and I'm generating income on all of that volume in addition to the loyalty memberships. That's just the limit, guys. And let's just say this. There could even be other things introduced in the future that could potentially play into more volume that would be purchased or products that would be purchased. And so let's just say that there's a lot of opportunity residually here, and I love that. And I love the fact that in traditional network marketing, especially with a consumer-based product, the attrition is very high. In most cases, it's right around 70%. So what does that mean? It means that every year, 70% of your people are going to turn their auto shipment off each year. And so you're constantly having to replace those people. We actually have close to an 80% retention rate here at World Global Network. Why? Because when you get your devices and you hook them up to your wife or your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, people that you love and care about, and it's monitoring their most important vitals and giving you that information, you're not going to turn off a loyalty membership, especially when you can just set it up to come out of your commissions and it doesn't even necessarily have to hit your credit card. So loyalty membership, the company does a lot of fun promotions. You know, they did a promotion once where they said, if you hit this rank one time, you get to go pick out your dream car. And a bunch of people hit it. So guess what? They went and bought them their dream cars. And then they had a private jet program. They said, hey, listen, you hit this rank one time, just once, and you have access to your own private jet for a year. Boom. A lot of people hit it. Guess what? They qualified for it. So they're always doing cool promotions. Now, I want to close by just sharing with you kind of where we're at. So we are at that point where we are focusing, and we've been focusing on laying a foundation. Everybody that you see that's involved in this company right now is a pioneer. I said earlier, it's the pioneers that they write about in the history books. The people that have been invited to participate in this launch at this stage have been given some key positions that are in their structure. And these positions are valuable positions. Why? Because they will benefit from all of the future growth that comes into those organizations from this point forward. You know, I know the people that chose to lock arms with me when I launched my business have benefited tremendously. And you've been invited here to see this at this stage because somebody respects you and admires you enough that they wanted to make sure that you didn't call them a year from now and say, why in the world did you not tell me about this when this is happening? I mean, it's holiday break, guys. There's a lot of different places that we could be right now, but we're here, and there's over 60 people that are on this presentation tonight from all over the world because this is happening right now. This is launching right now. You guys have heard of other legacy companies that have gone on to do billions of dollars in revenue. Could you imagine being there at the beginning when Nu Skin was launching, or when Melaleuca was launching, or when, you know, Avon or some of these giant companies? Well, you are. You're here now. You know, I would ask you this question in closing to think about. Have you heard of Fitbit before? Fitbit's 7 years old. They sold 20 million devices last year. What if we could turn back the hands of time and you knew that you could have gotten involved in Fitbit when they were launching and they offered to pay you a percentage on every single device that was sold from this point forward? Would you have done it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're offering you that same opportunity today because we are going to sell 12 to 15 million of these devices over the next couple of years. That puts us at a $3 billion company with a $10 billion market cap. For us to be able to achieve that goal, we only need to own 1.5% of the market share. We already own 5%. So you have a chance to be a part of something significant. My question to you is in 2017, if you didn't get the results that you wanted financially, personally, or professionally, then I encourage you to do something different in 2018. You know the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And so with that, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. I told you you'd hear one of them. He ran up at the very end. So you want to say hi-bye to everybody? Hi. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I want to wish everybody a happy and prosperous 2018. By the way, in about 5 minutes, for those of you that want to participate in a quick little training, I'm going to do a quick 5 to 7 minute getting started training for those of you that want to know how to get your business ignited. I'm going to stop this here, and I'll be back here on this same link in 5 minutes, and we'll do a little quick training for anybody that wants some extra training. So take care, guys. We'll see you soon, and God bless. Bye.